Grandma, how's your food? Good? Very good. Okay. In the car. So, this morning, my grandma, my mom, and me, we went to a thrift store. Well, we went to two thrift stores. And we kind of just, got stuff. I got some, like, good basics. I found, like, a knockoff of, like, a Kim Kardashian, like, fuzzy sweater. So excited for that and wash it later. Then we went to another thrift store, which I got some, like, little pouches to, like, put my jewelry in when I travel. And then we got Chinese for lunch, and we went and took it and ate by the river, which was really nice. It was really good. I like Chinese food. I'm always down for Chinese food. Now I'm gonna go to Walmart because my grandma needs her prescriptions picked up. And yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm kind of tired, so I'm gonna come home and take a nap. Do some more work. I need to message people about, because I am going to San Francisco. I don't know if I said that yet. I'm going to San Francisco, I think next Thursday. So like 8 days from now. And I need to talk to the lady about when her flight leaves, so I know like when to book my flight and all of that, so like we don't miss each other, or if we do miss each other, how that's gonna work out. So I have to remember to do that. Let's go to Walmart and get some prescriptions and some groceries. I don't know if you can hear me because I have headphones in. Do these ones record? Let's check. I checked, they work. Because like sometimes when I have like things plugged into the like Bluetooth, it doesn't record sound. Very disappointing because I've lost so much footage that way. But you might be wondering, Allie, why are you in a basement? I'm always in a basement. But today, my mom went to the movies, my grandma's at the doctor's office. And I'm kind of like working on packing to go. But my mom has a bunch of stuff she left in my grandma's basement that she's looking for. But she does not want to look for them herself. So, a bunch of containers down here we need to get through. We're looking for like my grandma's coin collection, Avon dolls, my mom's cross stitches. It's a lot to go through. And we need to get started because I've been hoarding this for weeks. I have to look through every bin. Hey guys, so long time no chat. I feel like my hair looks nice today, but I went with my mom to like this Saturday church sale, the one that we helped earlier this week to like set up and everything, because they have more stuff in like the room. We just hung stuff on hangers in the basement. We didn't even like see this room. And I got 5 things. One of them is for my grandma. So I'm just going to do a quick haul of what I got. And I'm looking for basics. I'm trying to avoid getting like bright colors because I don't reach for them. So I'm like, why am I going to buy something I'm not going to wear? So I got this just gray shirt. And I didn't realize it until now, but it has like little thumb holes. Adorable, cute, love it. Then I got this pair of black jeans, which I feel like they might be a bit small, but they are 20 cents, so we'll live and learn if they're not, if they're too small, because my mom and I are going to come help them set up for summer on Monday. I could just donate them back. And I got this just nude turtleneck. And then the last thing is something from her grandma. This, it's heinous in a way. It is, oh, it's from Germany. It's made in Austria. Fun. But it's this sweater. They had a bunch of like funky sweaters, but I didn't like the material. This is from my grandma. It's from Sweden. I mean, actually, we'll see what I end up doing, because I do kind of like this. But I felt like my grandma would love this sweater. It's just so, it's so busy. It's so bright. It's like, I love how I was like, oh, I'm not doing any bright colors. And then I grabbed this, and the excuse was, oh, there's a bunny. There's a bunny. Don't get hit, little bunny. Oh, that was adorable. That was cute. But I got this sweater. I hope it fits my grandma or me. I don't know. I just loved it. It's so disgustingly busy. I say that like I'm not wearing a black shirt and dark jeans and black boots. I'm basic minimalist bitch. I'm very happy about that. And my mom, she wanted to look around some more, but I was like done. So she's like had me pay for what we had so far. Oh, she paid. She gave me it was $2 for all of this. She had me pay, and she's still looking around. And like this church sale is actually pretty cool, because all of the clothes, they're all donated from like people in the area. And because like otherwise people just throw clothes away, which I know, understand. And then the money goes to the church, and then whatever they don't sell, like they have stuff from like 2 or 3 years ago in the back room I saw when we were like helping them on Monday. But whatever they don't sell, they, like the sale, they have this guy who comes and buys like all the fabric to make into rugs. So it's not just being thrown away, it's being repurposed. And then it gets sold by the pound that way. So that way the church is still making some money. It's kind of a old dying church, but this is kind of like keeping it alive, keeping the community active. And it's just nice for older people to kind of like meet up with their friends. I feel like that's what church is. Place to meet up with your friends, which please don't kill me for saying that. Yeah, so I won't be going to San Francisco. It's just disappointing. I really like San Francisco, and it is a big kind of bummer to not be able to go and stuff. I'm going to be in Düsseldorf for 2 months, which that will keep me plenty injured. Like, I'm kind of worried. I'm like, am I gonna have enough stuff to do for 2 months? I have a bunch of oranges in my bag that I do not know if they're good anymore. So let's open one up. Let me see. But yeah, I read a book. Well, I listened to it as an audiobook, My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I finished it last night because I was like scanning photos from like the basement, like a whole bunch of old family photos, some from like 100 years ago, and I was just listening to the audiobook while I did it. And that audiobook, oh my goodness, My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa. Like, I always hear people talk about it for like the past year. People have been going like, oh, this book is unhinged, oh, like this book changed my life. And I was like, that's kind of ridiculous. But I saw it on Libby because I got a Pennsylvania library card, and they have more licenses than like my Hawaii library card, which expired. So I'm like, oh cool, I'll just listen to this, and if I don't like it, I'll turn it off. I listened to that bitch on 2 times speed. It still wasn't fast enough. I had to consume it faster and faster. It was, I think, world changing in a way. Like, the narrator is unnamed, and I kind of relate to her so much. And I loved how unapologetically like mean she was. Like, not like she was a mean character, the unnamed narrator, but like mean in a relatable way, where you just don't want to see anyone, you just kind of want to disappear, and then your friends like let it happen. And I was like, wow, I should not be relating this hard to a character who wants to sleep for a year, but I do. I love sleep. Like, it's not something I avoid. Like, if I can sleep, I'm going to sleep. And I'm like, is that just something that happens as you get older? Because I'm like, I would be the narrated character's age now, or like Riva, which is her best friend from college's age. So I'm like, is this my future? That I just want to sleep for a year? And the answer is yes. I mean, before I read the book, I was kind of calling like this point in my life my year of rest and relaxation. Like on my Instagram, I have like a picture because I saw the cover of the book, like the painting, when I was in DC, and I was like, my year of rest and relaxation, as a joke. I had not read the book yet, but I like knew of it because I was like, I have like this year off where I worked really hard the past couple of years, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a year off. I'm not really gonna be working. I'm just gonna be traveling and living and seeing like who I am without a job or without anything required of me, you know? And what did I do with like my year so far? Because I started in like June, and so we're coming up on, it's March right now, so like the year is almost done. Oh my god, that's crazy to think. But who am I without like school or job or like relationships with people? Because like when I was abroad, I didn't have the connections to all the people I had at home, my family or friends. And you kind of are starting at zero, and your mind is kind of at zero, and all your time is your own. And you kind of have to like take that and think about actively how you're going to spend your time. Because like I would fall into those pits of despair, especially early on, where I did not know what to do with my time. And I think it really wasn't until I was in Stockholm with Lupita and I was like walking her twice a day. So that set my routine up. I know with dogs it's good because they set you up on a routine of walking them. It's with like cats that I think it's dangerous, because in Dusseldorf I'm gonna have 2 cats, so I need to like set my routine up. And I already have an idea of what I want to do in my head. Because where like the apartment is located, I can like go walk to the park, it's a block away, walk in the park, take like my book, do some writing. I want to do more writing. I feel like since I've been here, I have only written like barely anything, and that's making me kind of sad, because I was writing every day in Stockholm. I was writing almost every day in January. Even when I was super busy, I was finding the time and energy. But since I've been here, like I'm with my grandma and my mom from like 8 in the morning until like 8 p.m. It's like 12 hours. It's a full-time job. Full-time granddaughter, where I don't really have time to do anything because we have all these things planned. And it's exhausting. So like I shower and then I go downstairs to like go to sleep, and like literally I go to sleep. Like I fall asleep instantly because I'm just tired. And like my writing has definitely slowed down because of that. But I have been working on, I did write like that one short story, Moon Man, which I really liked. And then I wrote, I started doing some chapters for Love's Masquerade, which I am really enjoying because I'm getting more of like a personality of who Eloise, the main character, is, which is something I felt like my other characters have lacked, where they're not very vicious. And I don't mean vicious in like they're aggressive or mean. I mean vicious as in the real. Vicious as in they live, they breathe, they have opinions that they'll fight for, that they'll argue about. And I haven't been doing that. My characters have felt very flat and kind of doormatty, which is something that like as I go back, especially when I was going back like with The Ring Girl, which I wrote here and I finished in DC. With The Ring Girl, she has all of these things going on around her, and she has like the smidgen of a personality that I need to develop, because I have not edited that story yet, which is something I should be doing. I think I might be going to like, once my mom leaves, she leaves on Thursday, I'll have a lot more like unstructured time that I might go to like the mall, because there's a Panera there and I have an unlimited Panera coffee subscription. Just go to Panera, take my laptop, write, edit for like 3 or 4 hours, and then like that will structure my time and make a routine. Because I haven't been doing things by myself like the past 2 or 3 weeks, which is very weird considering I've spent the last couple of months completely by myself. And I do love my alone time. But I did order on my mom's Amazon account, because she has Prime and I don't, these over-the-head headphones, because I see all the girlies on TikTok wear them, and I'm like, I'm not gonna buy these because they're a trend. And then I'm like, I mentioned it to my mom and she's like, oh, can you send me the link and then we'll order them and then you could pay me if you like them. Because if I don't like them, I'm going to return them. Because I've never had over-the-head headphones. Because I've always felt like things that rest on my head are like overly sensitory. But I've started wearing hats a lot more and like I'm kind of over that. So I'm going to see if I like the idea of over-the-head headphones. Because I have like earbuds that are wireless, but they fall out or they don't stay in, and I'm doing things, because that's like when you wear wireless headphones, it's when you're doing things, and they fall out when I'm doing things. I'm like, I don't want this to fall in the kitchen sink when I'm doing dishes or like outside when I'm doing yard work. I want headphones that aren't going to fall into a toilet bowl and then get flushed away, because like if it falls in the toilet bowl, I'm not gonna get it out. It's gone. Excited for those. They're supposed to come tomorrow. We only ordered them like yesterday evening, so the fact they're gonna be here Sunday is like prime. But yeah, I want to see if I like them. If not, I'm going to return them, because I'm not holding on to things that don't bring me joy anymore. I like oranges. I never liked oranges before because they were so pulpy, but I have the patience now to take the pulp away. What is my mom doing? Mom and I, we were talking on the way here about like just people who gossip, and kind of like my mom was venting about stuff. And I was just like, there's no point in getting upset about people who aren't going to change. And she's like 56, 57, and that still isn't something that she's like learned yet. Move you closer to me? No. That's something she still hasn't learned yet. That you can't change people. You don't need to get upset at people who aren't going to change. And I kind of learned that about my mom. Like, she's not going to change. My dad isn't going to change. My sisters aren't going to change. I'm not going to change. You can't get mad and upset about people who are who they are. And you have to accept that. And because my grandma, I love my grandma. She's pretty racist. She's pretty sexist. She's pretty classist. Like, when I was younger, I thought she was like the perfect church lady and like a sweet angel. And my mom was like, oh yeah, she was an asshole to you as a kid. Because me and my grandma, we never got along when I was younger. And I always thought that was my fault, because I was a moody, asshole-y teenager. And I thought that's why we just didn't get along, was because of me. But my grandma my mom was like, yeah, your grandma was really mean to you. She was always on about me, about like my weight, about like what I was doing, my everything like you can criticize in someone she criticized. And it's got to the point where like she makes the comments now, I just don't absorb them, because she's made them so many times that they're just not necessary for me to take anymore. That I'm just like, okay. And I wonder, like, where do these ideas come from, and why does she feel like she needs to communicate them? And who communicated them to her? Because we'll be like eating something, she's like, oh, I don't need the carbs, and I'm like, Grandma, you're 78 years old. If you don't eat the carbs now, when are you gonna eat them? Like, what's the point of living life if you're not living it joyfully, you know? And I know I'm young and I'm stupid, and all of these ideas I have are probably going to change as I get older, but I have to accept them now, because if not, I will go crazy. Because my mom, she gets so frustrated with my grandma when she makes these comments, or like, but my mom is also very critical. She's very literal. So my grandma speaks very figuratively. So whenever they talk, it's just like watching a brick wall meet a hurricane, because nothing's gonna happen except them meeting. And I'm just kind of there like the news reporter, like, there's a brick wall meeting a hurricane, nothing's gonna happen, but I'm gonna get all that backlash, you know? And I'm gonna like be the one like reporting and hearing it and dealing with all of the trauma that results. Because you're just seeing like this generational interaction that won't work. And like all of these relationships, all these kind of ideas are inspiring one of the stories that I have like an idea for, that I've kind of outlined. It's called Severance, which is this story about a woman who flees New York because she's kind of burned out from her job, and she's basically paid to take a month off, kind of like a year of rest and relaxation. But I had not read the book. I had not read that book yet, and it doesn't have anything really to do with it. besides like the burnt out girl from New York. And she goes back to her grandma's house in New Jersey. And then while she's there, her mom decides, oh yeah, I'll come visit your grandma now too, not just because you're there. And it's kind of like this meeting and interaction of the grandma, the mom, and the daughter, which I think that's like, I was talking about it with the people in my Discord group about naming them like that. There's the grandmother, the mom, and the daughter. And I really like that idea of them just being like the roles assigned to them by a society, but also how the daughter sees them. Like, oh yeah, this isn't a woman, this is my mother. This isn't a woman, this is my grandmother. And kind of like that. And how she herself isn't actually a woman, but a daughter. And we get all of these ideas of identity that are secured in what is deemed appropriate by society. And so basically, okay, I need to go. My mom's here. And she left me that to grab. Love that for me. Hi. Pretty boy. Pretty boy. Morning. So it's been a while since I've worked on this painting, and I don't like the background, so I'm going to cover it with blue and kind of just make the cows, the cowgirl, the girl, and the tree just shapes like on a blue background, like they're floating in space. So I'm gonna do that now. It's like this very light sky blue. My new headphones just came in the mail, so I'm gonna try them out while I finish the painting, and I hope it records sound, so we'll see. So we're in a different car. We're in my grandma's car right now, because my mom and me, we came down to where we went to that Saturday sale to help set everything up like last week. But I did not drink coffee this morning because it was kind of like a rushed morning. So I was just kind of like, I'm not feeling my best. So we were already there like 2 hours. I was like, I'm just gonna go down to the grocery store and get a coffee or something, because it's literally like a 2-minute drive. But I have a Monster because this was cheaper than a Red Bull. And then my grandma wanted a Sprite. They didn't have Sprite, they had 7-Up, so she got 7-Up. But look what they had. They have these avocados from Mexico. Remember how Mexico put like an embargo on avocados? I don't know if that actually ended up happening or whatever, but like some of these avocados are like, these are very ripe avocados. Some of them are like, they're kind of like already like desiccating themselves. But for 50 cents for all these avocados, let's go. So I got that. Now I need to go back to the sale because the sale set up, because they're all just waiting for me now. And I'm like, it's annoyingly pointless because we have like all these things that we need to do, but there's like one lady who's supposed to tell everybody what to do, but she doesn't tell us like what to do after we've done that. Like, she'll give us a simple task, it takes 2 minutes, it's done, and then we have to ask her for the next task. And it's just like, just lay it all on the table, we will understand. Yeah. And my wireless headphones came in last night. I like them so far, but we're gonna see if I keep them because they did kind of hurt my ears But I did wear them for like 5 hours because I watched Our Flag Means Death with Takeda Wadi. I really love that show, and I couldn't figure out where the other actor was from. He has like this like broad and carrying voice. He plays like the gentleman pirate, and I couldn't figure out where his voice was from. He was in Jumanji. He played the guy in the Jeep who's just like, welcome to Jumanji. He played that guy, and it took me like until the 7th episode to realize it. Yeah, but this church is in like a old steel town where the mill doesn't really run anymore. So it's just old people in this parking lot, old people in the grocery store, old people at the church. Yeah. I'm tired and my head hurts. And the story of my life. Let's see, where are those oranges? Like chocolate. It's just like, what's in my bag that I can eat? Because I have such like a bad headache that I don't know if it's from like the caffeine, not having caffeine, or what. But I don't like it. Would not recommend it. I really do need to clean out this bag. There's like so much shit in it. But yeah, now I'm just gonna eat orange while I wait. We're setting up in like a basement and nobody wears masks, and I'm just annoyed and I'm tired. And like I haven't had like a free moment where like someone couldn't just like walk in the door. I guess this really isn't free because I'm in a parking lot. But I haven't had like a free moment like this. Cause like I'm so used to being by myself all of the time. Like I see my friends, but I'm mostly by myself most, if not all, of my time, which I love. I love being by myself. So like when I'm with all these other people, like my mom and my grandma, or like her neighbors or the church ladies, I just like, I'm tired. I would like to have a breather. I am overwhelmed. But I'm gonna eat these oranges and some of the chocolate, and I think I have like a granola or something that my grandma gave me with almonds that I will also eat. Because I go through like, before I take ibuprofen, because that's not good for you, but I'm kind of just like, if I have an ache, I will take ibuprofen kind of person. And people must think I'm crazy, like talking to myself in my car, because they can't see you. Okay, bye. Hello guys, happy end of the week. Been kind of a light week on filming. I've mostly just been volunteering, going thrifting with my mom, just kind of doing stuff while she's here. She leaves on Thursday, so it's just kind of rounding everything up. And yeah, I think I'm reading like 4 or 5 books right now. And I have been writing more this week. I woke up and I wrote for like an hour this morning, which I'm very happy about. I'm working on a story called Severance, and we're about at 7,400 words. I think I wrote like 2,000 words this morning, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, it's the end of the week. I think I made some progress with my writing, and kind of, I don't know. I'll have a lot more free time once my mom is gone. That I know for sure. And I'm going to try and do some more writing before March ends. So I guess I'll see you next week.